the prize, I follow through. I'm unstoppable.
Welcome to Charmingly Toxic, where Prosecco meets psychology. And we're not diagnosing, but we are side-eyeing the charm, control, and emotional chaos. Hey, Joanne, happy Thanksgiving Eve.
Hi, Denise. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to you.
Are you cooking?
Yes, we have 16.
Well, cheers to hosting
Yes.
and to breaking down these episodes today. We have a lot to talk about. But first, before anything, I want to talk about BravoCon and any gossip that came out of there. I have a list of a few things, but I know you probably have more. So I'll start. We can just go back and forth.
Okay.
First thing I heard was Roni. So do they have a new cast of the newbies, or are they bringing back old casts and mixing them with the new people? And then I saw Jenna Lyons quit again. Like, do you have any updates on that?
Well, Andy said it wasn't true. So that, yeah, the big rumor was, it's going to be a blend of old and new. And Carol went to BravoCon, so she's back. But they're saying none of that's true. Yeah, I think it's going to be just Erin, Sai, and Jessel, maybe?
I think I can confidently say I'm not going to watch that.
Yeah.
Which just breaks my heart because that is my favorite franchise. But, I can't. I really can't stand Erin.
No, me neither.
All right. Well, I wish there was better news on that. And then they showed the preview for Real Housewives of Rhode Island, which looks amazing. I mean, this looks like more Jersey than Jersey,
Yeah.
and with a little Staten Island thrown in, and they have way more money.
That looks like it's going to be excellent. Yes.
And so it looks like one of the cast members is friends with Dolores, and she kind of looks like Dolores.
She does look just like her. I thought, my God, that must be her sister.
Yeah. And the accents, oh my God, I cannot wait. I mean,
yeah, Dolores is a friend of on it.
Who she's a friend of.
Yes.
And there's one lady that looks just like Teresa, I think. I don't know. That's going to be a good one. I can't wait. But it still didn't give a date, did it? It said 2026.
Oh, I don't remember. But he asked Dolores about it, and Andy did in one of the panels, whatever. And she said, it's like they don't really do social media. They haven't started their own like brands, and like they're just themselves. So they're like early Jersey.
Okay, good.
Woo!
Yay. We need that. We need non-influencers.
Yes.
Okay, then I read Carl and Vanita went on a date. Gross.
Yeah, I know.
What'd you think of that?
I mean, look, they deserve happiness.
They do, but Vanita, she needs to first of all, get out of Charleston. I know she travels a lot, but seriously move. That place is doing you no favors.
Yeah, they said something that apparently she was at summer house parties in prior seasons. So
Yeah.
I don't know why she would be in the Hamptons. But yeah, so I guess she travels. I don't know.
All right. Carl, though, come on. Aim higher. All right. What do you have?
Oh, did you know Matt Rogers is dating Frasier from Below Deck?
Matt Rogers. Who's that again?
He does Las Culturistas with Bo and Yang.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
What? You didn't watch the Culture Awards on Bravo?
I totally did not.
Whoa, he's funny. He's a little messy. Yeah, he's dating Frasier, I guess.
Good for Frasier. I really like Frasier.
Yeah. Did you see the clips of Lindsay? It looked like she was getting into it with Sandoval and his girlfriend at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, so the rumor is that Sandoval was fighting with his girlfriend. Really? So shocking. And then she tried to get involved to break it up. And
that's what I heard too. And that seems more plausible based on the clip that I saw. It didn't look like she was getting into it with him.
Absolutely.
For 2 a.m. Lindsay in Vegas is very helpful to solve any sort of...
Yeah. And please, everyone, stop dating Sandoval. Yuck. Did you see, speaking of Lindsay, okay, so I saw they're going to promote this In the City spinoff, and it's supposed to be based on Kyle, Amanda, and Lindsay.
And Andrea.
Okay, but what I read is it's based on the three of their friendship, and that's the main part. And so I was like, okay, was all of this crap about Kyle and Amanda just for press? And that's so annoying. I hate when they do that.
Because they said that they literally stopped filming 3 hours before leaving for BravoCon, or 3 hours before BravoCon. And they were together all weekend. So it does sort of
Ugh.
seem like it's a storyline, that is really annoying.
Yeah,
What about, did you watch any of Chanel Ayan clips online
I
from the,
did.
she's so good. Oh my
It's
gosh.
really funny. I'm trying to remember what's the one I interviewed that I was just laughing so hard,
Was
and I
it,
can't.
well, Lindsay and I forgot who was with her. Was it Sierra? I don't remember. But when she talked to Austin, she's like, "What show are you on?"
Yeah, that was great. He couldn't
"I have
answer her.
sisters. Me and you single. I have sisters. Did you ever go black? Would you ever go black?" And he was like, "Oh,
Yeah, he was clueless about how to answer that.
that was funny."
He looks like an idiot.
But the big one, Shep going off, which was clearly not something he wanted to get recorded, on saying Paige and Craig made millions and it was a sham or something.
I think he was, yeah, going off on it all being fake. And it looks like he was saying it to fans and getting like he gets super hyped up. So I met Shep three years ago on Labor Day weekend at a resort in Santa Fe.
Uh-huh.
And the resort was pretty empty. And so I had a chance to meet Shep at the bar because there weren't many people there. And this was coming off the season where he really was getting a bad edit about his relationship with Taylor.
Yeah.
And I wanted a way to engage him without upsetting him. I didn't want to be like, you're a jerk. So I just said, hey, Shep, I feel really bad. You got a bad edit this season. And he went freaking ballistic. I mean, screaming in my face to the point where I was afraid. And I know he wasn't mad at me, but he was mad. And obviously, he was very wasted and possibly other things. But he was screaming that he was mad at production for giving him a bad edit and was saying terrible things like the production women were fat and gross and they just wanted to have sex with him. He used another word and he denied them. So he's like, that's all they wanted from me was to have sex with me and I wouldn't do it. So they gave me this bad edit, but screaming and then walked away from me screaming at the top of his lungs. So it was awful. So I sat back down with my husband. I'm like shaking, like, oh my God. I feel like really, I don't know, unsettled. And I said, can we please leave the area? Like, we need to go somewhere else. I need to like settle down. He's like very tall
Yeah.
and has a huge presence. Austin was with him too. And Austin is also very tall and has a huge presence. And so when they walk into a bar, even if they weren't famous, there's something about them.
Huh.
They're just big, intimidating guys. So there's more to that story. I'll tell the rest someday. You know, when I saw him briefly going off on the fans or yelling about it, like the energy with that, I know was really big. They were probably like, whoa, dude.
Uh-huh. Spoken from experience.
Yeah. Any other stuff for BravoCon?
Oh dear. I don't know. Vicky's going back to OC. Don't
Okay,
care.
gross. Can we talk about this for a second? Why does Bravo think the way to save the show is bringing back old cast members? You fired them for a reason. Leave them off.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they can't just have a revolving, like a rotating, not a rotating, like evolving cast.
Right.
What do you think it is? Like they're trying to bring back the magic. You can't, like that magic is gone. That ship has sailed.
I don't know. It's like they listen to the fans and then at the same time they don't. Because like everyone seems to hate Tamara. And then they brought back Alexis, that didn't work. And then they brought back Gretchen, that didn't, I don't know. I wasn't watching, but yeah.
I will not watch. I barely watched this season. I don't think I'll watch it, but they said they're going to bring them all back for the 20th season. Is that right?
Or 20th year since it aired, maybe.
Are you kidding me? Either way, I won't be watching. I'll just be listening to the clips.
Right.
All right. So let's get into Salt Lake City last week, bleeding into this week.
Okay.
Wowza. I will say I liked when they started with this surprise potluck for Brittany and they all had the high body count hair. I thought that was hilarious. That was a good, fun moment and everyone got into it. So
Yeah.
glad to start off on that.
Mary and Robert Jr., and he's saying all his friends or all the people he was in rehab with all relapsed.
Yeah, and then, we see him clips of, he's not sober, and then there's gotta be some really underlying mental health issues going on there. I don't wanna speculate on it because it's too sad, but, some people on different forums are saying maybe there's some, possible brain damage from drug use because it seems like he started at a very, very young age
Interesting.
and his brain maybe wasn't able to develop. I don't know. But I watched an episode of like season 1, season 2, an episode where he was in the kitchen with Mary, and I hadn't seen it in a long time, and I thought, "Oh, maybe we'll see something different," but he still was kind of like slow talking, slow moving. So I don't know if he was using back then or not. Maybe. Yeah, that. And then did you see he's been arrested again for stalking? It looked pretty serious.
It's very serious. And he said he hears his estranged wife's voice in his head to come and be with her.
Those delusions can definitely come from drug use and hallucinations. He needs a serious long stay at a facility where he can get all his needs met. I do feel bad for her. Okay, I don't want to talk about Brahman and Todd that much because I'm over it.
I know. I get it. Yeah, I didn't even take many notes, but Lisa and John.
Yes. So they were arguing about her being a good listener.
I'm a great listener. I'm a good listener. And then she keeps cutting him off.
She was getting so mad. And he was not upset at all. He was just kind of like, I'm over you, like very flat. I saw some stuff on Facebook groups that maybe he's seeing somebody else. Like he seems completely different than he has in other seasons. So I don't know. But, yesterday I was watching, they played the season, or it was yesterday. I watch TV all the time. It's but it was the season of the lingerie party where Meredith and Lisa were going at it. And they were accusing each other's husbands and each other of having affairs. And this was maybe season 2. I think it was
Yeah, or
season 2.
3. I saw it yesterday too. I saw a little.
Yeah. And I was like, this is not new news. So there's definitely infidelity there on one or both sides.
Shoot.
Oh, let's see.
Jared and Brittany.
Oh gosh, he is such a narcissist.
Totally.
And he was like really humiliating her, like purposefully gaslights her about being on a break, like you shouldn't have been with someone else, when he just discards her left and right all the time. She said he's never even given their relationship a label.
But then he said, how about you be stable for more than 5 minutes? Like,
Yeah,
that is just cruel to say to a woman.
especially on TV. Why are you doing this? He wants to really hurt her and humiliate her in public. That is really the gross part. And then we go to Mary's church.
Oh, yeah. And Robert Jr., she kicked him out because he was high.
Yeah. What did you think of her preaching style?
I mean, it seemed genuine to her. Everyone seemed pretty into it. The congregation certainly seemed very into it.
Yeah, she seems to have a charismatic church leader side. It was funny when Whitney was like, yeah, we're going to go to this church and we're going to watch 2 whores burning.
Yes. Isn't that the saying? 2 horse burning? Is that what they say?
I think it's
Sweating. Like, I'm like a horse
sweating.
sweating. Yeah.
And then Heather goes, I've never been to a whore burning. That was great. But it did look really hot in there. They were all sweating to death.
And Mary's in leather and leather gloves up to like beyond her elbows.
People behind her fanning her. That was a little ducky. But also, did you see on the fans? It was her grandmother in Jesus, that picture that I had sent you.
I have to go back and look at it again.
I put it on the Facebook group too, but that was the picture on all the fans they had.
Oh my gosh.
So this week we start with them going to a luncheon Mary's hosting right after the service.
One thing.
Okay.
Lisa saying she donates tequila to the Church of Satan.
Okay, what is that all about? Because
she said that if anyone asked Vita Tequila for a donation, they give it. And the Church of Satan wanted a donation. And then she had like this grin, like this shit-eating grin on, like, haha. And then the Church of Satan responded on Twitter and said, we have never asked you for tequila.
There's a Church of Satan?
There's a Church of Satan. I don't know. There's the whole thing online. They're saying like, it's not that they worship the devil. They just offer free speech, but I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, I was talking to my sister the other day,
They denied her allegations.
and my sister is a tequila person, and she has done a deep dive, and she thinks Vita tequila is not real and doesn't exist. And she's like, I can't find a place anywhere that sells it, even like nationwide, even in Utah. And I was like, well, maybe, because I was like, maybe they only sell it in Utah. And she's like, I can't find a distributor.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm sure it exists, but maybe on a very small level.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go to the church luncheon after where Mary is serving Dom, the 2003 edition. I was like, I would like to be there just to drink that. I've had it before and I don't like it, but I haven't had 2003.
I don't love the taste of champagne, so I'm not a good.
So then she says why she didn't invite Brittany. That whole scene was pretty funny. She's like, I asked my dog if I should invite her.
Oh my God. Yes.
I mean, both things are true. Brittany was like, you are the least godly person I know because you're very mean. True. We've seen Mary
Yeah.
be very mean.
Yeah.
I thought at least after she asked the dog, she would have said, yes, at least you can come to the luncheon. But I'm glad she wasn't there.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite part of this luncheon? Because I have a few.
Well, Meredith, of course, refusing to say she was wrong. Like, it's just crazy to me. And then, like, just wouldn't you want them to shut up? Just be like, yeah, I was wrong. Like, can we move on? You know what I mean? That would have been me at that point.
Yeah. But I loved Heather. I think it was Heather and someone else interrogating her about what movies did you watch? Tell us the movies. What happened at the end of Crazy Rich Asians? And she could not say, and she was just doubling and tripling down. And then Whitney goes, were you sleep talking?
Yes. God. Thought Heather was going to strangle her. Or Meredith. Yeah. And then, I don't know, Meredith, Heather, I feel like she wasn't making a great art. Like, her delivery wasn't solid enough. She seemed to
Really?
be
I thought it was really good.
I thought she was like too nervous maybe to confront Meredith and Lisa, who are obviously very good at deflecting and spinning it around. I don't know. But I loved when Mary said to her, the fact that you don't remember worries me. Like, let's just say what it is.
Right. And Whitney, too, was like, we both have experience with drug abuse in our lives. And clearly you can't remember. And she would not admit to that. I also like the part where they were talking about Lisa and the not using global entry. And I was like, okay, Lisa, either you had global entry and you didn't use it on purpose, so you didn't have to deal with seeing Brittany, or you don't have it, but you're trying to lie about having it and not using it.
It seemed more the latter, that, like, how do you just forget you have that and you wait in a long line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just went to Mexico and I remembered I had it because I was not going to wait in that line. Like, you have it for that reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
For 5 hours, I can't imagine her waiting anywhere for 5 hours. Why wouldn't she just pay for global entry? Go make the appointment and pay for it. I don't know. But they all were very clear once again that this was terroristic, horrific, awful, and please God, let there be footage.
I know. Bust it out at the reunion. I don't care. I'll wait, but I want to see it. Because it just seems like Meredith's story is not true.
As the episodes go on, I just think she's not going to show up to the reunion in case there is footage. I can just see her saying, I'm not going, and just quitting the show.
Damn.
Because can you see her sitting on a couch and then playing the footage? What is she going to say?
Right.
I can't see that happening. And what about Bronwyn not being a U.S. citizen? I mean, does this play into her whole, I have to stay married to Todd? That's the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, wait, what?
Is her mom a U.S. citizen? Because she said she was born in Brazil and her parents were born in the U.K.
But she said her other family members got citizenship. She just never got around to it or something like that.
The other ones were born in the U.S., but she wasn't born in the U.S. She was born in Brazil.
What the hell is this woman doing?
I don't know. Yeah, that was a shocker.
But that also was like, first thing is like, okay, this is another reason why she needs to get citizenship before she gets divorced.
Yeah. So,
Because even her mom was like, I think Todd's done with you.
yeah. Oh my God. Muzzy. She's a loving soul. Did you see the flashback? So Meredith and Lisa get a pedicure and they're talking. And then Lisa said, I spoke to Brittany. And they show a flashback of Brittany talking to Lisa, who, of course, didn't really come out and apologize. She sort of said, I'm sorry that you felt the way that you felt.
Right.
You know, a non-apology. And Brittany says, this is the 6th worst thing that ever happened to me.
That is such a Britney thing to say. This is the 6th worst thing. I know if she goes on Watch What Happens Live, someone's gonna be like, what were the 5 other? Or she'll do a TikTok or something. Like, how do you label that? But also, Lisa's there saying, I was trying to help you. I was trying to defend you. I mean, talk about the complete opposite. I mean, not only is she denying it, now she's saying she was on Lisa's side.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's just.
So we go to Brittany and her daughter in therapy. What did Mary say?
Or I think Meredith said, Brittany is a sad specimen. And so I will apologize or something.
Yeah, that was gross. That was really gross. We'll get to that. We go to Brittany and her daughter in therapy. And someone wrote this on Facebook, and I'm like, yes, this is 100% true, that Brittany wants to be on Next Gen NYC, Brittany's daughter.
Oh, Olivia, is that her name?
Yeah, and I can see that because if your mom is like Brittany or even like Kim Zolciak, you know your mom is who she is. She's not going to change.
Yeah.
I think Brittany wants to, but has no capability of it, and the daughter knows it. So I think she is using this as an audition. Hey, at least I can get famous off my mom. Let me do that.
Right. I have all this trauma. Might as well put it to entertainment. I don't know.
I totally am down with that. I think that's what's happening. Okay, then Bronwyn, daughter and mom at the bonsai tree place. This was just, I mean, I keep saying this, Bronwyn, come on now. I feel bad that she doesn't feel like she has like a personality or self unless she's married or is a mom or is a daughter. You see her scrambling like, don't leave me. Even though, mom, you're super abusive to me, please don't leave.
Right. And you're both leaving at the same time. Did you guys plan that? I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, that was a little difficult to watch. That she's so insecure.
I mean, we both have girls that went off to college. There's sadness, and then there's my emotions and feelings are more important than you going and like developing yourself as a young woman.
Don't pursue your dreams. Like, that's so twisted. Yeah, you're allowed to be sad and also happy for them that they're pursuing it, and she's just making it about her and the sad part.
I am worried about her because if the 2 women leave and then Todd is like, see ya. And she's not really close with any of these women.
Not really.
I mean, do you get the impression that she has good friends outside of this circle?
No.
Me neither.
We thought Lisa was her good friend who brought her on the show. Like, so clearly she has some misguided, I don't know, expectations of good friendship.
Well, she definitely needs to secure a 3rd season for a lot of reasons. Okay, what did you think about Meredith and Brittany and Meredith apologizing?
Meredith, I guess for Meredith, she came as close as she could have to an actual apology.
But why? Why do you think she did?
Well, she said Brittany's a sad specimen of a human or something.
So when someone with narcissistic traits apologizes, there is a reason. It's going to benefit them in some way.
Okay.
I think she was getting so much pressure from the other women that she felt backed into a corner. Like she had no choice and she might need them if she shows up to the reunion.
Yeah. But at this point, she probably doesn't know that she's not going to yet. But I completely agree with you. That's the only angle I could see is that everyone was like, you messed up. You were, and then the whole like, were you on pills? Were you too drunk? And so that makes her reputation.
That's the other thing. Maybe she did apologize to shut that down. I don't need that storyline going around that I abuse alcohol and pills. But that was very not a genuine apology. Where I think Brittany's was, Brittany's so desperate to be in that group and liked that she's like, of course, I'll forgive you, even though you were horrific.
Yeah.
Brittany should never talk to her again.
Right.
Mm-mm.
We shall see. How many more episodes? There can't be too many more, right?
I feel like we're only halfway through, but I could be wrong.
Episode 10 or 11? Well, the previews show Meredith brings a drug test for everyone.
Oh, gosh. Please. Okay, we all know alcohol gets out of your system in 24 hours and probably sleeping pills do too. So whatever. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're all with the stunts, these girls. All right. So anything else before we move on to Southern Charm?
Nope. Let's do it.
Can we just rename Southern Charm Southern Douchebags? Am I signing up for another season of this?
Obviously didn't look at it in the same lens as I do now, especially recording with you. But I remember when Paige and Craig first got together and I was like, oh my God, it's great. I'm so happy. And you were like, how? No, Greg is a loser. And I was like, oh, and Denise, now I see. You opened my eyes.
Now you see.
Oh, wow. I was just watching a reunion or a rerun when they went to Colorado and he like was going off about Whitney wanting to take his, and he was just acting like a total asshole.
Yeah, he does that and everything. He does that when he's on Winter House. He does it on Summer House. He does it in every season of Southern Charm. He's like unhinged. And I
Yeah.
think editing has protected him a lot in past seasons, but now I think they're probably going to show it all. But we start with Austin's birthday and they all get together and Austin and Craig are fighting. And I think it's hilarious because Austin is calling Craig a liar. Now, clearly they're all liars.
Yeah.
But if they're all liars, Craig is the ultimate liar of the three of them or four of them.
Yeah, because his lies are different. Like, oh, I'm taking the bar and like his lies are just different than Austin and Shep being idiots around women.
Right. And he acts so confident, like no one's going to actually find out the truth when it's really so easy to find out the truth. After this, they roll back 2 months earlier. Craig and Madison at Craig's house.
Yeah.
Props to Madison for listening to this BS.
Yeah, she seems truly on his side.
I mean, Craig gives the narrative of the breakup with Paige and plays the victim.
Yep.
How does Madison sit there with a straight face?
I just think she realizes how pathetic he is, and knowing that he's probably not mentally stable and needs someone to actually listen to him because those guys are calling him out and not really being good friends.
And she looks so uncomfortable pregnant. I feel bad. You know, she's
Yeah.
just kind of sitting there trying to be comfortable. But then he makes this gross joke. He says, I'm 37 years old. Did I age out? Meaning, like, did I age out of getting with like younger 20-year-olds? Like, yes, dude. I mean, I think he thinks he's super young next to Shep, who's probably, what, 43?
Yeah, and Shep said his age range increased to 28. I mean, disgusting.
Why do they not have a female voice interjecting in a confessional being like, that's gross?
Yeah, right.
You know, they just like let it play. I don't know. There needs to be more of a female perspective in this. Just like Southern boys will be boys and Patricia just backing them up like, yeah, I mean, you know, they're just great guys.
Well, like Cameron used to do. Cameron used to call them all out on their BS, right? And that voice is gone now.
And no one does. You know, we see this, okay, Sally coming back. Now, she looks fantastic with brown hair, but clearly her agenda is I need to solidify my role on this show, and I'm going to hook up with someone and have a storyline and anchor it down. And so she is going for Craig, then going for Austin, we see in the previews. But then even with Vanita, like, do you think that that was a genuine friendship, or she's like, I need to really build my character and I'm going to be there for Vanita during this whole JT breakdown debacle?
It felt real with Vanita, but I think Sally, to your point, is like, here's my storyline with Craig. Like, why am I not going to, I'm not going to not talk to Craig because Vanita. Like, I'm not going to work myself out of this show because I'm good friends with Vanita.
Yeah. I think she's all about herself and staying on that show. And it's gross. And then we see in the previews Molly being like, you're disgusting, which I really love Molly and like love all of her takes on things. You know, she just shows up as she is, who she is. And, you know, she sees a snake, literal, and then she has a snake, which we see.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Her apartment was like so stressful.
It stressed me out. I can't imagine how you felt. Yeah, that was a disaster. And even Rodrigo was like, oh.
No, Rodrigo was like trying to be nice, but he was super grossed out and like, please let me help you. But I don't maybe think I want to because it's really dirty.
Yeah.
When she was thawing out that mouse, I'm like, how many thawed out dead mice are in that place that we don't see?
Right.
And that's got to stink.
Yeah, that's quirky to a new level. Like,
gross.
Snake quirky.
Okay, so we talk about Austin seeing his girlfriend 3 to 5 times a month, and she lives in a different city. Okay, no way he's faithful to her. No way. 3 times a month you're seeing this girl? How dumb is this girl also?
I know.
Or maybe she's just like, hey, I just want to be on Southern Charm, so I'll pretend we're in this long distance relationship.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe she's getting her own side hustle up there. The baby shower.
Okay, so wait, before we go there, Craig and Shep are in the in the store trying to buy a gift for Madison, and they talk about Craig's drinking.
It was Austin and Shep, yeah.
Austin and Shep. So I get what they're saying. I mean, Craig will come out and say he's addicted. He's an addict. He said he was addicted to Adderall, and then he was sort of addicted to alcohol, but was just trying to reduce. But then when he's not on camera, he's out there doing shots with everyone. I can see why they would get very frustrated with that.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? Like, we're trying to be your friend, so can you just show up as one person? And he looks so greasy.
He's just like this wounded puppy. I'm like, that's his persona this season. It's just ick.
When you go back to like the early days when he was on, he looked so clean cut and fresh. And now he just looks like dirty and gross. Like, wash your hair. Okay. What did you think about the whole Vanita thing, though? Like with JT?
I don't really know. I do like JT's maybe a ding dong, but he sold all his stuff and moved to Bali.
Yeah, I heard he's in a ton of debt. And he's like evading
Yeah.
like tax debt or something. I mean, the guy is a conniving, like a
Yeah.
little runt.
I don't know.
I think he's a huge liar. I think he definitely convinced Vanita that he was in love with her and he was going to break up and like all on the side. I think he's a gross human. And, the guys, I mean, they're gross, but they all thought he was grosser.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we see him next being arrested for some things.
Interesting. Huh. All right.
But I'm like, Vanita, why? She's gorgeous. She's stunning. She's intelligent. She
Yeah.
has a career. This
Right.
guy, what is he bringing to the table? Zero.
Yeah. I mean,
And same with Carl. Like, I mean, why? You should look for guys who are at your level and are lifting you up also, and you guys are meeting each other, not let me dip down and feel bad for these gross dudes.
yeah.
I said, Sally and Vanita, the whole JT thing, what a fucking loser. He must have manipulated the crap out of her. And she needs to move out of Charleston. Okay. Madison's baby shower.
Yes. Corey.
Okay. So Corey is Craig's friend from college, and they were like the dynamic duo.
Yeah.
This guy,
His big brother in the frat, if I recall correctly.
I mean, I thought he was gross on Summer House?
Summer
Winter
House.
House? What was he on? Both?
No, he was on Winter House, but he was on Summer House first because that's when he got together with Sam, and then he did
Right.
Winter House.
I mean, I thought he looked gross there. This is gross times a million. He looks like a porn star.
I honestly almost felt bad because of the disgust that people have for him online. I'm like, I hope he's not reading comments because everyone thinks he's absolutely disgusting and atrocious and a vile human being.
I don't think he cares. I think he thinks he's like the bomb.
Ugh, Molly, God.
I know, Molly, don't even talk to him. I mean, I hope they did not hook up. She seems a little smarter than that, but please don't even entertain him. I would just be like, gross, dude. Go talk to someone else. His mullet, did he dye it brown? His hair was not that dark before, right?
Was the mullet. I mean, but she called him a shiny, toxic F-boy.
What is shiny? What is shiny about him? I mean, maybe he must have some like charisma, like in person that just doesn't come across on TV at all.
I guess. Yeah. And then when at the end when she's crying because she missed her thing and he goes, calm down. Like he was so condescending to her.
It's so important to her. We see Craig give Madison a half-made quilt.
Half made.
He's never going to finish that. What is wrong with him?
Tacky. He's giving it to her on the
He
sidewalk.
probably didn't even make it. I read that he went to this big quilting thing in Missouri. There's this big quilting town, and probably some woman made it for him. And it was like, now you just have to go home and finish the rest. And he was like, great, I'll give this to Madison.
And pretend that I'm going to finish it.
Who does that?
I don't know.
And then Vanita saying she's afraid of Craig's temper, which was great when they showed all these clips of Craig and his temper.
Yep.
And then he says, I don't fuck with her, meaning Vanita. Vanita
Yeah.
is so harmless. What are you talking about? She's like the least aggressive, least like the kindest. I don't fuck with her. Like I was not into that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be a really interesting season with Vanita and Craig because I don't see them making up. I don't know. I didn't see anything at BravoCon.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shocking. Except Sally seems to absolutely hate Craig now. So.
Oh, does she?
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you see that? She was just on a panel or something?
Well, yeah, she was on a panel sitting next to Benita, right next to each other. And it was Shad, Marry, Kill. I don't know if it was Craig, Austin, Shep, but she was like, definitely kill Craig.
I heard the panels were pretty weak. People were saying that, it seemed like all of them were under contract from Bravo, that they couldn't really talk about anything that's going to happen. Mum's the word. They gave very generalized answers to everything, which is kind of disappointing.
No, I just watched what they put on Bravo. I didn't watch anything on Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they did a better edit for Bravo. I thought it was okay. I thought Adriana, we're getting on a tangent, sorry, but Adriana from Miami, that girl, I hope they don't ask her back because she was milking this Haitian mortician thing. It was
kind of like Dorinda-esque. Yuck.
well, she's no Dorinda.
And she was probably really, really wasted, as
Yeah.
was Dorinda also.
Oh, yes, this is true.
Before we move on, I just want to note that Molly pounding drinks in the background of the shower was hilarious. Did you see that? Like 2 shots of her just chugging whatever they were giving her. I mean, honestly, baby showers are so boring. I would be doing the same. But I did feel bad for her. Okay, and then in the previews is where we see Molly calls out Sally for being shitty. That was a great scene. I can't wait to see that because
Yeah.
Sally, you suck.
Yeah.
Don't stoop to the level of these guys. All right. What are you looking forward to next week? We're coming back next week.
Coming back next week. Definitely this conclusion of the Brittany Meredith bench apology. Where do they go from there?
I want them to show more of Mary's church. I hope they show more next week.
Why wouldn't they? Like, it feels like it's a storyline that they'll keep coming back to because it reopened and I don't know.
Yeah, I hope they show more.
The John and Lisa.
Yeah, do you think they're going to play that out more as the...
It does seem like we do not like each other right now.
Now, they're not at the status level yet, like where Bethany was, where they're like producers. Like Lisa isn't like a producer on the show.
That's a great question. I don't know. But Heather brings Wayfair into it.
Oh, God. Yeah. What was that about? I don't know. Sometimes I really like Heather and I think she's pretty honest. And other times I'm like, well, she is business savvy that she's milking this for all it's worth. But sometimes it's yucky.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking like Southern Charm. Am I going to be able to stomach this whole season? As they bring in this younger girl that Craig is going to hit on and date. I mean, how old do you think that girl is?
She looks incredibly young.
Like 24, maybe?
Yeah. It's so gross.
Why? Why can't we see the women dating outside of this pool? Like, can you bring in different men possibly? But no, because Whitney is the producer.
Right. So they're just going to bring in younger women every season. I don't know. I wonder how long the fans are going to really talk. Like, I mean, it's been a really long time with Shep and his BS and that Craig and Austin. And how much more do they have to give to this audience?
I don't know, but I think Shep's going to lay low this season. That's the vibe so far. It's going to be between Craig and Austin fighting over who gets what girl, who's the top dog. Well, anyway, I'm totally in to watch it. And with something else, this morning when I went to my DVR, I was like, oh my God, I have so much to watch because I thought there was a new episode of Southern Charm, but there wasn't. And then I thought there was the Vanderpump Rules premiere, which I think is premiering in 2 weeks?
It's soon. Yeah, either next week or the week after. Probably.
Are you going to watch?
I don't know. I wanted to ask you.
I'm going to definitely watch the first episode and see.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going to watch Southern Hospitality, but I like that better than Southern Charm.
Yep. Same.
So I think there's promise. And then did we talk about this last time? Shaw's, The Valley?
No, I don't think we did.
So did you watch Shaws of Sunset?
I did not, but I know characters. No, I know. I might go back to
You have to.
Okay.
That show was epic.
I love Gigi. I love Mercedes, MJ.
I mean, those people were off the rails. And when it went off the air, I was so sad. I was so sad. The fact that it's coming back is everything.
Did you like it better? I really liked, what was the one in Miami? Family.
Oh, it's way better than Family Karma. Family Karma was so sweet. This show is diabolical. I mean, these people, Persian friends, they treat each other like they are so mean.
Okay.
But they come back from it every time. Like they pull drag like you've never seen. It's so worth the watch. Go back and watch it.
Okay.
And especially since Mercedes and Tommy are divorced, I mean, I really want to watch that because the both of them together were so toxic. Individually, they're toxic. Together, everyone on that show is toxic, but it's such good TV.
All right, cool. I've got something new.
So we have so much to watch. I'm so looking forward to it.
Yes.
All right. Well, cheers to you. Happy Thanksgiving to your family. I know everything's going to taste amazing because you're such a great cook. We'll meet again next Wednesday.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Cheers.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Charmingly Toxic with me, your host, Denise Capurso. Be sure to like, subscribe, and pass on to your fellow reality TV junkies. You can connect with me on Instagram at Denise_support coach and on Facebook at Denise Capurso Counseling and Coaching. This podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only. While I am a licensed therapist, I'm not diagnosing anyone for therapeutic purposes, and these are not my clients. Expect sarcasm, snark, and a few clinical insights woven in. I talk about toxic relationships, power dynamics, and emotional safety, but this is not therapy, treatment, or a substitute for professional care. If you're looking for support, please consult a qualified mental health provider. If you're here for validation, insight, and a little side eye, welcome.